Welcome to the Connections Community Church post show. So glad to have you with us and all of you guys as well. Thanks for being
Isaac.
here. Yes.
Thank you for having us.
How you guys doing this morning?
Pretty good.
I'm great.
Pretty good. I'm great.
I'm shooting up to the camera.
That's awesome.
I know
Yeah.
you are. You're
Looking at the
definitely playing
camera.
up
I'll
the
just cut
camera.
that, post that.
Cutting.
I'm great.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Staring at the camera.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah. Things are good. Family's a little under the weather, but you know, as good as it can be with all that considered. But yeah. So anything new in your lives this week? Or anything that you're looking forward to?
I know.
Wow. Tuesday, I'm looking forward to
Well,
something.
No, we're looking forward to
Oh man. Nerd
But
now.
aside from
We all-
that, I mean, I took Owen,
Yeah.
Owen Shorter, one of our youth group kids, to see a movie Thursday because he was supposed to go 2 weeks ago and like their plans fell apart and he was just like, "You've already seen it twice?" I was like, "Yep." He goes, "I haven't seen it once," and I was like, "I guess I'll take you." So he definitely.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. Oh darn! I got to go to a movie again. But it was great. But the whole way there, it was just question after question after question after question, which I love. But it was like, he's like, "What do you think of this movie? What do you think of that movie? What do you think of this person's acting?" And I was like, "It's great."
It sounds like Owen.
Yeah, it is. So yeah,
What else?
Elizabeth got new glasses.
Yeah.
Look at the size of those things.
Hey.
No, it was funny because she's never really had them on the pre-show, and those lights hit you, and she was like, every time she turned, it was just like you couldn't even see her eyes. It was so
Glare.
bright.
It was bad.
It was like the
Maybe not again. Once this camera turns on, all you're gonna see is the
see
reflect.
it.
Oh,
See, I thought you had new glasses, but I didn't want to be the first one to ask. So I was like, Sarah, go ask her. And then if you're wrong, then I'll be like, oh, no, it's the ones she's always worn. And hello.
yeah.
But no,
Gosh.
yeah.
How could you not?
She looks smart and studious, and she can go. Actually,
Well.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do with glasses.
yeah, I wish I had them for that particular reason.
These actually stay on my face pretty well, so I'm happy about that.
Cool.
I don't have to.
Thank you for demonstrating.
I know.
Yeah, I
I don't know
appreciate
why
it.
I did, but that's how
You
it
could have
goes.
just said these stay on my face. Really, that was a very Atlas thing to do.
That's yep. Mhm, yep.
Well, that was
just
the post
in
show.
the moment.
Thanks for joining
Thanks
us.
for
For joining us.
But yeah, so thinking about transitions, this is the smoothest transition we'll have from that into our talk. Yeah.
There you go. Nice. Good
Great.
job.
Nice.
Yeah, nailed it. What stood out from the talk today? I mean, I loved that he jumped into the story of Joseph and went into that because that story is just chock full of unexpected twists and turns. I mean, especially imagine being Joseph and going through all of that. What stood out to you from what he shared about Joseph?
Oh, I was going to share what stood out before when he talked about Newton coming up with all that.
That's true,
In isolation, I was like, man, nobody did anything during COVID, apparently. Because we did not come up with gravity. All this. So I was like, man. Also, I was like, to quote the kids, what a tryhard. Come on.
For real.
Chill out. Let
Quote
somebody else
the
develop
kids.
something.
To quote kids.
Kid.
The
Hey, fellow
youngsters
kids.
these days.
Quote all children.
That's great.
Oh, jeez.
What else?
I like the idea that, like you said, like just his life. I mean, from beginning to end, like he couldn't have predicted at all where he was going to end up. I mean, I always think of the musical, Joseph Amazing Technicolor, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I
That's not a
heard
thing to say
Joseph and
fast.
Mary somewhere
Joseph,
in there.
blah, blah, blah.
Joseph
That's the
Mary.
wrong story.
I love that musical. Anyway, I was thinking of the musical because it's such a great retelling of his whole story. And one of my favorite things in that whole musical is when he talks about his dream of like everyone bowing down to him.
Yeah.
All the brothers are like, get this guy out of here. They don't like it, but like reframing it better to say like, no, like saying like that you're going to praise like the position that he's in and like the influence he has instead of saying like, I'm going to be so great. You're all going to bow down to me. It's like a different context, but I was like that.
Yeah.
It's funny, at different points of the story, you can kind of relate because we've all had that friend who would tell that story about us bowing down. We're all kind of like, oh, if only we could throw him into a ditch and sell him away.
Right.
You know?
If only.
If
classic
only.
thought.
But then you can also find yourself where you feel sometimes like no matter what you do, nothing goes right, and you find yourself in prison or stuff like that, like prison of your own making. So I think it's cool at each part of the story you can find yourself at different moments. So
Right. Yeah.
go ahead, follow that, Elizabeth. I saw
Well, I
you over
know-
there
What do you have
mocking
to
me.
say?
No, I know. You just when you find yourself in prison. Just like,
As
how,
one does.
how often are
Of
you?
your own making, you get prison of the mind.
I know.
walk
I
that
just
back. I liked
started
it.
I
laughing
know.
before you clarified of your own making. Because I was like, how often do you
It's
go?
communal experience.
Just
Once is all it took for me.
every
But
couple of weeks when you end up in jail.
I liked the thought, be your best and do your best in whatever situation you find yourself in. Because I feel like I can be the type of person that's like, this sucks, I hate this, and then just be a like downer about it rather than trying to continue to work through it and to find ways that God is working in my life through the hard situation. I'm really bad about that sometimes, just to be like, because I mean, you get so caught up in like the just crap that you're like, how is there anything good going to come out of this, or how is there anything good in this? Because we talked about, was it last week, the whole planning conversation?
yes.
I'm a planner. If you didn't tune in last week, so then if everything falls apart, my brain freaks out. So that was a good reminder for me to not just then give in to the like negative that I am going through.
Yes.
Sure.
All the negativity.
Yes, that's the word. All the negative.
Just all
Hey.
the negative.
That's the word for it.
Yes.
Guys, I'm having a good time today. This is fun.
Yeah, it's always
one's-
it's always a great time.
Gosh.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe general poll between us. Which of you are like the eternal optimist and the eternal pessimist?
Oh, I'm the eternal optimist. I get made fun of by my group of friends all the time. They're like,
Never.
if there's no, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about my other group of like friends that I've known longer, because they'll always be
I make
like,
fun of you.
let me guess, Andy liked it. I'm like, I found something to like about it. Yes, because everybody focuses on what sucks. So I'm going to focus on what's good.
Yeah.
So, yep, I'm the eternal
Yeah.
optimist.
So am I. I'm always the optimist in my situations. Yeah. Justin, how about you?
Same. Yeah, I think you actually texted me that the other day. Yeah, no, I'm,
We know where Bentley gets it from.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm
gosh.
very optimistic in everything. I think it kind of is better to be, personally. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what does the pessimist say?
Hey, I'm kind of. I feel like
I say what?
hey, I try.
I think you kind of fluctuate between both.
It just depends.
You're the realist.
There
so
you
there's
go.
the optimist, the pessimist, and the realist.
Yeah, I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I try to lean more on the
Optimistic.
stop
side?
laughing
We'll,
at me.
we'll start measuring growth on that.
We'll tell you where you're at.
But yeah, I mean,
No.
how challenging is it to find the silver lining? I mean, that's a very modern thing to think, right? It's like, where's the good in this? Where's this? But I mean, even later on, Dave talked about lamenting, and what, as optimists, I mean, particularly for a question for you guys, how do you find the space to lament the tragedy and the difficulty of your life situation when it happens as an optimist? Because I mean,
It's
there is
hard.
that balance.
There is. I mean, I think to me, I try to fight through it without really dealing with it most times. And then afterwards, I'll look back and go, oh, I probably could have handled that differently. Or I probably should have let myself kind of sit in it for a little bit and not try to always optimize my way out of it, or optimistic my way. Yeah, see? Optimistic my way
Found
out
an
of it.
efficient
You know what I
method
mean?
out of this.
So,
No, I agree. I think it's one of those things where it'll drive you crazy if you pretend everything's okay. I think that like there's optimism and there's just like fooling yourself.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, naivety or whatever. Yeah.
To deal with the situation is great, but to also be like, everything's gonna come out okay is completely different. I feel like something. My wife and I just got some news this week that's something we weren't expecting, and then the first day it happened, she asked me how I was feeling about it. I was like, I'm perfectly fine. and it felt a little weird like to say that out loud, but I was like, honestly, I am, because we've been through worse, and everything's gonna work out just fine. And it was just one of those things. I kind of stopped after she said it. I was like, oh, I really do feel okay. I'm not just like saying it to be to be strong and say, oh, don't worry. But I was like, I really don't. Saying don't care sounds a little blasé, but just say like I really am. It's okay.
You're less affected than you expected you might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the counselor's position.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. You're giving me words.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Apparently, we need him this morning.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, how about you? As a realist, is it harder to lament? Is it easier to lament? Like, how do you feel when it comes to like letting yourself sit in the things that are challenging and difficult?
I get very uncomfortable. I hate it, but I also take so long to process things. So I feel like I sit in it for a long time, which makes it feel uncomfortable. Because, like, I'm okay. Like, if something is, like, not good, like, I can, like, be like, okay, like, this is what's going on. But then because it feels like it takes me a second to process, it's like when a conversation, like, you don't really know someone, but it, like, keeps on going and it's super awkward. And it's just like, what do I say? Like, how do I leave this conversation? It feels like that, to where I'm just like, why isn't my brain like processing this faster? So I don't know.
You know what works?
Not great at it.
Just go, huh? What's that? And then walk away.
What?
Works a lot.
Talk about leaving the conversation.
Yeah, to leave that
'cause
conversation.
that's all your problems. Huh? What's that? Walk away.
I do it with you all the time. It works.
Hey.
Yeah, my tendency when it comes to challenging problems is not necessarily to make the best of it or to, find a way out of it or anything. It's like I need to sleep. Like I just need to, and it's a thing that I deal with on a regular basis, like just wishful dreamer type thinking. Whereas like if I ignore it, it will go away, whatever the problem is. And I think that's partly the optimism, but allowing myself to have that time to sit and to just say, okay, here's what's going on, and then surrendering that to God, like letting go of it and doing that. What do you find is effective and helpful for you as you let go of things so that God can have the things that he wants to happen in your life?
Well, it's kind of like working out, practicing. The more you release to God and you see those things work out, it gets easier to do it as things happen. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, if you kind of hold on to it too long and you don't fully give it over, we may say we may give it over outwardly, but if we're inwardly still holding on, you're not, so those are the things that I find. It's like when you do it once and you're really honest about it, like, God, please help me with this. And it helps out. It does make it easier later because you've had that relief. But until you've fully done it, it's really hard. And sometimes even when you do it once, you can fall back into habits really easy and be like, take it over, God, but you're still holding on to that really tight.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh,
sure.
It can be.
Yes, cool. No, I think honestly, it's a level of surrender is difficult, especially like we tend to live our lives like we want to be in control. I don't generally enjoy being in control. It's kind of what I've had to deal with most, like being like a husband and a father, is saying like, oh, I'm in charge. Okay, crap. Like I can make choices, but because I'm very good with the flow as it is. But I think especially when things are bothering me or like I'm upset about something, angry, I think it's easy to say like I shouldn't be angry, but then you still have those feelings. Yeah. And so I think it's just same as I said before. It's just being honest with yourself. It's saying like, hey, it's it's what we tell our kids too. It's okay to be angry. Mm-hmm. It's okay to be sad. Like, you don't ever say stop crying. Like you wouldn't tell them that. Right. It doesn't help anything. You say get it out, cry, be angry. Say what you want to say, tell all to God, and then big breath and move on. Because it doesn't fix anything. Doesn't make you feel any better to be angry about something. To continue to wallow in grief and sadness, but have the feelings, have the legitimate outburst, and then go forward. I think that's the biggest thing you can do.
Yeah. Good. Elizabeth, you have anything?
I feel like I need to talk it out. I can't, because my brain takes so long to process. I feel like the only way to like help either speed that up or to get all of it from just sitting in my brain and weighing on me is to just talk, and to just either talk to someone and figure out what is going on if it's an issue with someone, or to just talk it out to someone that I like trust and know that will keep it real with me and won't be like fake some weird answer and then make it all then end up worse. But if someone isn't there, I just like talk out loud, and I probably sound like a weirdo, but I try to do it in my car when I'm alone so that it's not like my family is like in the other room and I'm just like frantically talking through all the things.
Should I FaceTime with somebody? What's happening in here?
Yeah, just on the phone, But I feel like talking through it all helps me. And it's the only thing that I can like really then figure out all the things, because my brain is like all over the place.
So, it sounds like having relationships with people is an important part of that I mean, just kind of with everything. Like doing it by yourself is such a challenge. What, I mean, maybe pretty quick. What is a time that you held on to those things you didn't forgive and you did swallow the pill? Because that's one of Dave's points was don't swallow the pill.
Poison pill, yeah.
Was there a time that you did swallow that and ended up poisoning yourself, hurting yourself? What was that like?
You want to go in case you got to play?
I do have to play. Hi, camera. Sorry, cheating out again. I think a lot through, especially like high school. I think it was just kind of that time where it was a lot easier to just like not forgive and move on. But like oh whatever, they're my classmates and I have to see them every day. But like I'm not gonna like I'll be around, but I'm still gonna be mad at them. And like it doesn't. It's just like one of those things where like you might as well just not be around them if you're just gonna be like a butt, all day long. And it's I think it's like kind of true for the rest of our life. It's just like if my whole point, like, even being at this church is like, I'll go, but I'm not gonna talk to anybody. It's like, then why the heck are you there? Like, that makes no sense to like not have a relationship with people and not, converse. So I think it's kind of pointless to not,
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. I had a friend, and well, it's funny, I call him a friend, but it was more of a frenemy throughout like middle school, high school, and stuff like that, where he was always there. Every sports team I played, either his dad or his uncle was the coach. And he was one of those guys where when you were just you two, you were best friends. But as soon as like a group of friends got around,
right,
he'd try to put you down to make himself feel better. And man, I held on to some like just loathing and anger for a long time. And I was just not like, it didn't like, it's just one of those things where I would like see him and I'd be like, what a jerk. Or I'd see him on like Facebook and I'd be like, what a butt. But one time he like mentioned something about his like kid and I was like, what, I should so I was like, and he posted a picture and I was like, great looking family, dude. And that was it. And then he like messaged me out of the blue and was like, hey, sorry, I was kind of a jerk back in high school. I was like, whoa, okay, cool. I'm like, sorry, I was a jerk too. And because I probably was. So it's just weird how that works out sometimes.
Yeah. Swallowing the pill.
But again, I think for me, when I was younger, as I get a little bit older, I'm like, life's too short. I'm on this end. I don't want to hold on to stuff. I want to, even though I don't like coasters, I want to let go and enjoy the ride.
That's fair.
That's nice.
Elizabeth?
Thanks.
Just leave.
Oh, you're not playing.
Bye.
For you to get up.
She's not playing today.
He's following your lead.
What?
Said he's following your lead.
That took my brain a
Yep.
second.
That's all right.
Couple seconds.
Hey, stop making Anthony laugh. Stop being mean. I forgot what I was going to say.
The poison pill.
Swallowing the pill.
Oh, I also struggle with so many things. I hate confrontation. I hate it. I can't stand it. Like to a point where like I will just like lose sleep over things and I'm just like, it's fine, it's good, work out, I'm not mad about it. So like I feel like that's where I struggle with like realizing when something like just you gotta talk through it. And so I feel like I definitely in the past I've gotten a little better, have just tried to just swallow it and just not deal with it, which then causes other issues, either just like mentally for me or in that friendship or situation or whatever it may be. So just talk it out. Like, don't just like
It's really
hold on
it's
to that.
really irritating that swallowing that pill can then lead to other areas
So many-
and
Yeah.
things, and you're just like, I didn't want that to happen. And it's like,
yeah,
oh, if I
because
were
like
just
in the moment you think
Yeah.
like, oh, it's better that like it's not that big of a deal, just like ignore it. But then it's like after the fact, you're like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's amazing how God can use all of these things to lead our life, to direct it. Like Joseph could have been super bitter with Potiphar's wife and Potiphar and all of the different situations. God himself, like he could have been so frustrated with his family, with, I mean, every aspect of his life, but instead he embraced what his circumstances and his situations was, and then allowed God to bless his life through that. And I don't think he did it for the blessing, but the blessing was a byproduct of just his faithfulness to God. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things that we can take from something like this is like, as we have struggle and as we have difficulty in our lives, we can allow God to use those things if we don't just sit in it.
Yeah.
If
Like,
we don't
if we don't try to
get
change,
yeah,
like-
we don't get in the way.
Fight against, yeah. I mean, if we stop being our biggest enemy, our biggest problem, our biggest challenge,
Yeah.
then God is going to do some incredible things in our lives. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much for your input today, for being here, and Justin as he's gone now. But thank you for being with us. We love you. We thank you so much for just continuing to watch, to be a part of what we're doing here. And we hope you have a wonderful week. But always remember that even more than we love you, Jesus loves you more. God bless.